Welcome to this special playoff edition of Panther Points Preview with head coach Tyler Whitebread. This segment is sponsored by FNB. Farmers National Bank is proud to support EP Panther football. Just like your team, we're built on hard work, heart, and hometown pride. Farmers National Bank, a real community bank.
I think going in, we knew it was going to be a tough game, just with some guys playing at a few different positions and a few guys out. But with that being said, I think it was kind of a snowball effect. I was a little disappointed that some of our poor defensive play affected us on offense, and some of our poor offensive play affected us on defense. And when we talked about that at halftime, like, guys, we can't, we mess up on no matter where we mess up at, we have to forget about it and move on. And I thought we had a handful of players that were frustrated, maybe with a few guys not being in there, but also frustrated by some of the mistakes we were making. And that first half, you could see it offensively and defensively, we weren't very good at all. So that was disappointing to see. And then I thought the second half, we played better. We competed a little bit. I didn't see a lot of competition in the first half. And again, some of the credit has to go to Princeton. They came out at another level that we didn't match early on. That definitely was part of the goal. We wanted to compete better than what we did, but the other goal was to make sure that we were healthy and all the guys were able to come back this week and be ready this week, and that happened. So we're excited about that. Jordan Crow will be back this week for offensively and defensively. Tristan Hovey will be ready to go full go this week. Max Milam, shoulders feeling really good this week, so he's going to get an extended role. So again, we're feeling good about our health this week. Their quarterback's really good. He throws the ball all over the field. He can run the ball. Um, he's at least a 2-year starter. I'm not sure. He may be a 3-year starter. So he has some probably big game experience, I'm sure. So we're going to have our hands full. We were trying to figure out, how to attack him, and he's good. If you blitz him, he's going to get the ball out of his hands quickly, or he's going to find a running lane. If you don't blitz him, he's going to stay back there and try to pick you apart. So it's trying to have a combination of things that we can do to keep him uncomfortable. But with that being said, we've faced some good quarterbacks in our league. We faced the Rock Ridge guy he's all state. We faced the Newman quarterback, and he's had a heck of a year. So, those are two guys that we do have experience against really good quarterbacks. So that's definitely in our advantage, and how we can kind of slow them down. Multiple weapons is definitely the truth. Running back, they got a few receivers. They're fast. They're fast all over the field. And I would say that's one advantage they have over us. I think we have good team speed. I think they have better team speed. So it's going to take a collective effort defensively to slow them down. But offensively, I think it's going to take a collective effort as well, and executing our blocks and executing the plays that we have designed for this week. I don't want to throw Orion under the bus, but they kind of remind me of them just a little bit, where they're just going to try to outscore you. Not to say that their defense is that bad by any means, because I don't think their defense is bad, but I think they spend a little more time on the offensive side of the ball, and a lot of formations, a lot of shifts, a lot of motions, trying to confuse the defense. And yeah, they're going to try to score the ball, score any way they can. And it's a matter of slowing them down. We're going to look for some opportunities to hopefully create some takeaways as well. Again, defensively, the other thing, looking back at Princeton, early on in the game, we had two third and 12s, third and 10, something like a pretty favorable situation for us. And we didn't execute, and they did. And one of them was a touchdown, and the other one was a first down. So, defensively, if we have a chance to get off the field, we got to get off the field. And that's what I noticed. Those teams that beat them, they won third down, and that's huge. And the other thing those teams did, they were able to match them on offense with their scores. So we're going to have to put up points, and we're going to have to win third down for us to get the ball back in our offense's hands. Yeah, I think all year we've played with that quiet confidence. This is just a confident group. Yeah, we haven't had the best games every single game, but I think coming back the next week, you know, it just hasn't bothered those guys. Some of the games that we got, early on against Newman, we played terrible and they destroyed us kind of from the get go. And we played Rock Ridge tough the next week. After the game on Friday against Princeton, I told the guys a similar thing happened last week. Princeton beat us pretty handily last year, and the following week against Bismarck Henning, we put together probably one of our best games. So it can be done. I expect us to come back and have a really good game. Hopefully that means we win, but I do expect us to execute. I expect us to play at a high level. I expect it to be a really good game for us. And I think the guys do too, and the coaches do. So we feel good.
This special playoff edition of Panther Points Preview has been brought to you by FNB. Farmers National Bank is proud to support EP Panther football. Just like your team, we're built on hard work, heart, and hometown pride. Farmers National Bank, a real community bank.